Previously on D&D Kinda.
Baal is returning. His agents of darkness have begun to scour the earth for the bearers of the ancient seals that banished him. The seals are weakening as they begin to break. Baal cannot be let free, for his wrath would see the world's end. Mishkal. Not many of his servants left in today's age.
Christopher felt drawn to his shield, and the holy symbol emblazoned upon it. Mishkal has given me all I have. His loyal follower, I am. As he turns around, you realize that this person is an elf.
What is your name? What is this place?
My name is Christian Alexander. People call me Chrysalis. All of these things in this room have this shimmering blue infinity symbol just emblazoned up on just everything variously in different places.
Francis is my name. Dragon, follow your divine sense.
Bartholomew recalled his past.
I was snatched as an egg from my home clan, and I was raised and studied on by a Golden Clan elder who was secretly attempting to create the ultimate Dragonborn. When I was about 27 years of age, I met a Golden Dragonborn by the name of Weisswein. He told me of a wretched deceit of his clan elder and the story behind the kidnapping of me as an egg.
A green bolt, circling with flame, impacts the clan elder. The Golden Clan elder's body explodes. You hear a heavy breathing, and all of you turn to see a massive white dragon. Christopher, you recognize this as the beast that crushed your home in Neverwinter. So you are all staring at this massive, newly formed, white-scaled dragon, standing where the body of the Golden Clan Elder just previously stood. His pristinely shimmering scales of his body of the white dragon flexed and glistened in the light that shined from the center of the room as his body settled into its newly found size, as his bones pierced his scales and they reformed. He opened his mouth and turned towards you guys, and in a deep, deep voice.
Glorious, isn't it? It's all but perfect. The ultimate Dragonborn. Minus the blood of one final being.
And he glares at Bartholomew.
But not to worry, I will have that soon enough. But for now, this mountain, it has served its purpose.
And at this, the massive dragon just barrels into the side of the wall of this cavern you guys are in, and he busts clean through the wall. And as he does, he crashes out of the side of the mountain, creating a giant hole near the base of the mountain where he actually tore his way out of. And the light started to shine through the hole, and as you guys peer out, and it's leading out back over the ashen burnt plains. As you guys stand there, Bartholomew, Hamilton, Benedict, Christopher, Weisswein, and Aisha all stand, and the walls behind you all begin to crack, and the molten lava begins to fill the room where you're all standing. What do you guys do?
So there's a giant fuck-off hole in the mountain, right?
Yep.
And where's Aisha?
She's standing with you guys in your guys' group. And now, like I said, the whole room is like crumbling and collapsing, so.
Hamilton, come here. We've got to go. I want to grab Hamilton and we just take off. Like we got to go.
Okay.
Because he's the smallest, and I know like Aisha and Weisswein and Bartholomew are all dragonborns, but one of them can carry Benedict because his tiny little legs too.
I can turn into a bat and just fly away.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
That's fair. Okay, but yeah, I wanna grab.
You couldn't have turned into something more useful.
Nope. Literally no.
Can you do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you could have carried
Yeah.
me.
No, I couldn't.
I'm gonna grab Hamilton by the back of his cloak and put him back into my backpack, trapper keeper thing that I have, and and then take off.
I'm gonna fart in your backpack.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right,
That's not the worst thing that's happened in there.
and Aisha have already taken off. Like they are already climbing the rubble and on their way out of this as the lava is like on your guys' heels.
Bartholomew is moving in on your girl.
I kind of figured that Weisswein would do something like that, considering he just traversed the river earlier and didn't say anything about it.
What a dick.
I ain't worried about Weisswein
He's
with,
big on doing his own
with
thing,
Aisha, you know, sloppy seconds and all.
Right.
Don't hit it.
So we're all running. Are you
Yeah, I took off running.
okay?
Okay,
You
so
didn't say
you guys are all climbing your way out of this. It's not horrendously difficult terrain. You guys are just running up this hole that he literally just barreled through the side of the mountain. You can imagine like all the rocks and stuff are like on the front of his body, and it just kind of exploded out the side of the mountain. So it's actually a pretty clean, smooth path for you guys to follow. So as you guys get outside, all you can see in the distance is the edge of the burning forbidden forest. And in the air, screeching and circling the barren field is this massive white dragon. So the shaking of the mountain becomes more devastating, and magma comes pouring out of the top of the mountain at this tremendous pace.
I mean, I say we probably should just move as far away from the mountain as we can get.
Does Hamilton still have fiery hands?
He does.
Touch the lava.
So as you guys come out here, you see in the distance the dragon perch on a rocky crag overlooking a valley that's swallowed by barren mountainous terrain on either side. And he is standing there watching the mountain come down. And as you guys leave the mountain, from the sides of the mountain in the lava and in the river coming from the mountain, the fire giants rise from the lava in the river and begin to mend the mountain. They're barricading the riverside with huge boulders, pushing and shaping the magma to fill the holes in the mountain, reforming the basin. And as this happens, the dragon takes off again and begins to breathe ice onto the fire giants, causing them horrendous pain. But despite the agony, the damage they are suffering, they remain focused on repairing the mountain, and they continue to be assaulted by the dragon. As they become more damaged, they become slower. The mountain begins to react harshly, but as they fix the mountain, it quells and back and forth.
What should we do about this?
You're a bat.
I am a bat.
Yeah, you're not gonna do shit.
Yeah, I
Pick
mean,
the most useless fucking thing to transform
like
into.
at this point, I
Useful
mean,
to me.
there's like I've got very little health and all of my spell slots are expended, so there's really nothing that I can do. Like, and I know this, and I'm standing there just like useless. Like Christopher's just kind of in awe. Like this dragon is what destroyed my home in Neverwinter, and he's killing these giants that live inside the mountain to keep Neverwinter. And there's nothing that I can do.
So,
I mean, how far away is this dragon?
well, he's currently circling the
overhead.
air.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like probably several hundred feet, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, these fire giants are all over this mountain, probably a good 6-7 of them, and they are just trying to ignore this thing as they are taking so much damage. These giant beams of ice are just shooting from this dragon as it's circling the air, screeching. Now, in the distance, where he was perched, as you guys are watching this, trying to figure out what to do, there is, as he is flying around, you guys see a shooting streak of fire, and it hits the side of the dragon, and there is an arrow that sticks in the side of the dragon, and he shrieks. So you guys see someone off in the distance. You can't make out any, it's just essentially a blip, but you know someone shot an arrow just hundreds and hundreds of feet through the air and hit this dragon. So whoever they are, they're really, really good with bow and arrow. The dragon screeches and turns around and starts to fly back towards this area. So, and the way this area is, I kind of referenced it. It almost looks like a valley and rocks overhanging on both sides as the ground kind of goes down in, creating a valley, and it comes back up, and that's where this arrow was shot from. So, and you see the dragon start to fly back in that direction.
Should we find somewhere to rest?
That sounds like a great idea. I have 0 spell slots.
We need. How far? Like, can we see anywhere like we can go to find shelter, like cover, anything? Because I know the woods, the forest is pretty much just ash at this point where we're at, and it's still burning in the distance. But is there any place that we can see where we can like find cover, shelter, something like that, to where we can? Because I mean, we've been going for days, like a couple days now, and it's.
The only thing that you can see based on your guys' position is just barren forest, or just barren burnt land. Everywhere there's a massive boiling river. There's lava coming from one direction. The only direction you guys could really head in would be back down into the mountain or forward towards where this arrow was shot from. The river's cutting you off from the one direction, and the other direction is just barren land where you may be seen.
So I look over at Vaswan and Aisha, and I kind of assess what their current temperament or disposition in this situation is, and what is their disposition? Can I kind of see their facial expressions or their body language to kind of interpret?
Now, don't get jealous, Bartholomew.
No. Both of them are standing with their weapons drawn, and they are looking out towards where this arrow was fired. And both of them have been under this spell for years of their lives, and they don't really have anything else left to live for. So I mean, you can tell they are just dead set on doing whatever it takes to bring this dragon down.
They're just looking at us like, make a decision. Like,
so actually, as this happens, both Aisha and Viswan take off towards the area they saw the arrow get fired from. So
I'm not sure what the safest route will be, but I don't know who shot that arrow, but I know that staying right here is not safe. We should probably move towards where the arrow was shot from and follow Viswan and Aisha. So yeah, I'm gonna start moving towards, like, I'm gonna follow Viswan and Aisha.
Okay, they are dead on sprinting down this rocky hill, and they are just jumping over logs and burning trees. And
yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm weak as shit right now, but we can't be right here.
Do I still have a spell slot to cast that?
Can I go from a bat to a black bear and have Daniel ride on my back?
Are you able to do that?
Yeah,
is it
it's half challenge rate?
Yeah, I mean, you can transform at will.
All right.
Just fall out of the air, realizing you came out too soon, and just fucking die.
Yeah, fucking bears.
So I'm actually imagining it pretty cool. Like, you just like do like this swoop, and as you're like inches from the ground, you just transform and just start running, like Beorn as he just gets dropped by the eagles.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so you guys all take off running.
So you turned into a bear. Did you ask me to get on your back or anything? Did you tell me?
Yeah.
I don't think a bear has to ask.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
It means get on his back.
Okay. I grab a tuft of his hair.
Wow, I wish I could speak whale.
Swing myself onto his back. Now, Benedict, don't go too fast, because Bartholomew's behind us. We need to make sure that he's still with the party.
It's because I'm slow.
The potty.
physically and mentally.
You want to hop on too, Big Daddy?
He's a bear.
Quickly, boys, get on my
He
back.
transformed his face back into a dwarf.
Yeah. I was actually going to ask that if I could like turn like the bottom half of my body into a constrictor steak and the rest of it is just fucking.
I don't think that's how that works.
It'd be great.
That's how he's pleased all the women.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You get it now.
He's pleased women.
I've been lied to.
Do you jump on his back too, Bartholomew?
Huh?
He asked you to get on his back. So you
Oh,
can ride.
I'd jump on his back.
How much do you weigh?
Kill everybody that's around.
383 pounds.
I can do it. I'm a fucking black bear. Let's go.
All right, so you guys take off running, and as everyone kind of meets the edge of this this valley, you guys look down, and there is somebody standing at the base or at the bottom of this valley, and he is standing with his bow drawn in the air. And this is a high elf, very, very pristine looking. He is wielding a bow and arrow, and it is pointing directly in the air, just waiting. He does not see you all. You all see something familiar on this individual.
It's a mark.
He has
An
a
infinity
cloak
symbol.
on,
Oh.
and it is a mark.
Oh.
It is an infinity symbol.
Yep.
Nailed it. Guess who it is, motherfucker?
What was his name? Was it Chad?
No, it was
Is it Chad?
it was started with a C. It was Christian.
I can't tell if you're being serious.
Chrysalix.
Yeah.
His first name was Christian, though, wasn't it?
Christian Alexander.
Nailed it.
So, Topher, you recognize this individual as Chrysalix, someone from your past. It's been years since you've seen him, but he is still wielding the mark of Mishkal on his chest and his armor. And he is standing focused, circling the air as the dragon is circling the canyon that he is standing in the middle of. There is kind of a bit of a shielding against the dragon, as there's like a rocky crag that kind of like overhangs on both sides of this canyon. And as you guys all stand there, everyone make a perception check.
Can I mean, so I see him, like,
I rolled a 15. Real quick before
18.
we move on. So can I tell that he's aiming at the dragon?
Oh yeah,
I can? Okay.
He is direct. His bow is aimed directly in the air, and he is just waiting.
16.
I rolled a 19.
so Christopher recognizes Chrysalix. And how far away from him are we
You
now?
guys are probably
I
about
was gonna ask
75
that as
feet.
well.
Okay.
Good distance.
So I see him. So I recognize him.
Oh yeah,
I recognize.
You
him.
recognize him.
Do you have any buffs that you can cast at range?
I don't think he has anything left.
I've got cantrips.
I have
mean, like,
a
what are you-
cantrip, but I have to be able to touch him. How quickly do you think you can get to him?
I don't know.
I don't understand how you guys are communicating.
How
with this
quickly do you think you can get to him?
I'll ask your brother. We're on his back.
That is true.
I just start running towards him.
Okay, so Chrysalix is up here on this mountain, or up on this like crag, like aiming at a dragon.
The Astro.
I recognize him. I don't want us to get shot, so there's a fucking giant bear rushing right at him. I want to yell. I have my shield in my left, around my left arm. So I've got it held up, so like obviously he can, once he notices, he can see the infinity symbol, and I want to yell, Chrysalix! Chrysalix!
So his eyes come down from the sky, and his bow is still aimed up, but he kind of turns his head very quickly as he thinks he hears something, and he sees you. He sees a bear with multiple people on it riding down the side of this hill.
We are a hell of an assortment of people on top of this bear.
Yeah, I
by the
know,
way.
right?
He lowers his bow and looks in your direction. It kind of takes him off guard as he kind of points the bow and arrow your way. But then he catches the light of your symbol, shining and immediately recognizes it as the symbol of Mishkal. But as he does this, between you and Chrysalix, the dragon crashes on the ground and smacks Chrysalix with his tail, and he hits the side of the rock wall and is unconscious on the ground.
Okay, how far away is this dragon from me?
Probably at 20 feet.
Okay,
And this bear is still running.
I see this like as he is swinging at Chrysalix, and once he does this, I cast Sacred Flame
on the
dragon. Fuck
Okay.
it.
All right, give me the stats on Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame is a ranged attack, 60 feet. It's a cantrip. Duration is instantaneous. You have to make a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
1d8 radiant damage.
I mean, it's all I got.
What do I need to do?
It's all I got. I'm expend dexterity.
Dexterity.
Okay.
It's
That's a 4.
Yep, you failed.
So let me pull up my...
It's a 3. 3 damage. I did 3 damage to this dragon. Probably didn't do shit.
So the dragon...
No, it is a flame, so I don't know if that... Because it's a, obviously
it takes 3 damage.
Just 3? Okay.
So it turns and looks at you.
Oh, yeah. I want this
And all of
motherfucker's
you
attention.
are standing. Back to the perception check that I made you guys do that everyone interrupted me to conclude. So all of you guys notice in the air, coming right at you guys, there is a red vial that has appeared from over top the rocky crag above you.
A vial?
And it starts to spiral down towards you guys, and it hits the ground around you. And from the ground, there is a circle that envelops you all in a shimmering, like, light red light. And all of you are revitalized for all of your health and all of your spell slots.
So the dragon looked toward us, and as the dragon looked toward us, I jump off of Benedict's back.
I want to still be running at him.
I run over toward Chrysalix to try to assess like what condition he's in, to see if he was seriously injured from taking that blow from the dragon.
Okay. So now if you do that, you'll have to run directly in his path because he is standing in the middle of this area and he's spanning most of like the 30 feet wide gap.
How I kind of imagined it would be to kind of jump off and then kind of scoot around.
So real quick, before everybody does all this, I just want to try to dialogue with the dragon.
Okay.
All right.
Go for it.
Oh, great, lustrous dragon. Oh, powerful one. You could crush us at any time, whenever you feel like it. Why not next Thursday, instead of right now?
Now, keep in mind, this is coming from my backpack.
Yes.
On top of this bear. From the dude that just attacked him.
If Thursday's not good, we can reschedule.
I smack Hamilton. Shut up, you piece of shit.
So the dragon just, I mean, his face is probably like 4 feet wide, like just massive. There's smoke rising from his jaws and his nostrils, and he smiles and he says,
So am I not allowed to attack this dragon? Like, I never emphasized.
Well,
that
wait,
stop
he said
running.
he was doing all that before.
Yeah,
Let's
but then
do
I
this.
was trying to tell you, what if while I was running and when I went to attack the dragon, you then hopped off and were closer to Chrysalix?
Well, I'm trying to talk to him before you guys do that. That's what I was saying.
I never stopped running.
Then I'm just on your back trying to talk to this dragon as we're running at him.
Yeah, well, I haven't been allowed to do anything.
I mean, if that's how
I
you
mean, you're
wanna
just
do it,
gonna charge in while like everybody else is trying to
You guys can jump off, stay on. I don't care. I want to bite his face.
I'm jumping off his back.
Yeah, jump off.
Yeah, well, I'm in your backpack, so
Yeah.
All right.
That way you can speak and not have to be like, oh, he can actually understand you. Because I'm
So
off.
we'll let this play out with Josh first. Everyone has jumped off. Bartholomew, are you still on him?
I've done
Oh,
jumped
that's
off.
right, you
I
jumped
thought I was
off.
already running around the
Okay, so
chrysalis.
you are starting that path, and are you acting as a distraction so he can do this?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say here's what's going on. We're gonna let Josh do his bit first, and then we're gonna initiate that conversation again.
That's fair.
Bartholomew, you have already started taking off left around, like to take the path around this dragon, and this bear is charging this. Now, keep in mind, you are probably, I don't know.
A 16th of its size.
Yes,
probably, yeah.
you're very
I'm
small.
aware, yeah.
So as you are running
It's very
towards him, you
unfamiliar feeling.
enter his attack range, and he is going to take an attack of opportunity on you
Why?
Because you entered.
because
his
we
attack
haven't
range.
we haven't entered initiative
okay,
order,
go for Golden.
and he is going to. So this dragon has what's called frightful presence, and each creature of the dragon's choice, which is now you, Josh, that's within 120 feet of him and aware of it, must succeed on a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Wait,
Perfect.
Wouldn't that be
So I have
all of us,
advantage
though?
on wisdom.
Because you said within 120 feet of it. I'm assuming we're all there.
He can
the dragon's choice.
It's his
Oh,
choice.
oh,
And he is choosing to do against Benedict the bear.
That is going to be a 14. This is it.
Here it is.
Fuck. That's a 9.
It's a
All right,
non-issue.
so now you are frightened.
Terrified.
So the frightened,
This bear's about to shit in the woods.
you have disadvantage on all attack and defense rolls
Okay.
against this individual, or against this dragon.
All right, cool.
You cannot willingly move any closer to this individual either.
That sucks.
Yep. And now that he is within range of you, he is now going to take an attack. He is going to make a swipe attack at you
About to get
with
fucked
his
up.
claw. Yeah, this
Yeah, I bet.
is probably not going to be good.
It's okay.
That's a 24.
Yeah, it definitely
Or, I'm
hits.
sorry, 25.
Yeah, it hits either way.
You take. You get smacked, and you are frightened. And as you are flying backwards, you take 34 damage.
So I'm not a bear anymore.
Is now whenever you want to talk, seeing your brother just get smacked out of bearhood.
Yeah, probably. And I'm honestly probably going to like hop out of his backpack too, just to really emphasize how small I am. And like like look at me.
Man, this is totally Hobbit-like. This is. So, is same thing that you said before?
Yeah.
Okay. So the dragon takes.
And I want to like make sure, I want to emphasize, like I'm staring at the ground, like not making eye contact, trying to be like as timid as possible.
Okay. So the dragon approaches you, and as you were talking, and your head is, you're facing the ground, trying to act like you're as reverent as you possibly can be in the presence of this just tremendous beast.
Also, I have a raging boner.
Of course.
But nobody can see it because it's so small.
The dragon is getting closer. Like you can feel the air gets cold,
Yeah.
and you hear him breathing, and then you feel his head just right next to your face, just literally resting against you.
I drop to my knees.
Okay. And he starts to talk to you and says,
Devouring someone as weak and pathetic do me no good. Your friend is the only reason I'm here. You fear me, mortal?
I do.
so he puts his head on your shoulder and just shoves you into the dirt and puts his massive claw on your back and puts his head up and starts to watch as Bartholomew is approaching him. And He makes eye contact with you, Bartholomew. Do you still wish to proceed, or do you stop?
Stop and stare.
Topher?
So he's got Hamilton basically pinned to the ground.
Am I pinned to the ground
He's
face
just-
down or face up?
Oh, you're pinned face down. He's holding you
Okay.
prone on the ground.
And how far away? Because Hamilton jumped out of my book bag, but how far away are they?
About
from
25,
me?
30 feet from you.
25 or 30 feet. With my shield, I want to get on my knees and kind of slam it into the ground to where I'm like shielded, and I'm going to cast command on the dragon.
Okay. There won't be any need for rolls on this
How close am I to
because
Chrysalix?
this is not going to work.
How close am I to Chrysalix?
Chrysalix is, you don't really know exactly how, you can't see him. He's kind of behind the dragon because the dragon is positioned.
I'm still on this side of the dragon? I thought I've been running this whole time.
No, that's what I said. He stopped his conversation with Hamilton to observe you on your way around and to make eye contact with you, which is why I asked if you continued on your route.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you aren't going to stop even though he saw you?
I thought I was already close to, I thought I was already there by now. There's been entire conversations happening.
I mean, he does take up like a 120-foot area.
Yeah, that's why I said this is probably about 35, 40 feet wide, and he is taking up probably 30 feet of it. So, I mean, he's spanning almost the entirety between his wings and his legs and his body, this entire area that he's standing in, and Chrysalix is standing behind him or on the ground behind him. So I don't want you to get yourself in a situation just because I inaccurately explained it to where you could potentially get yourself hurt. That's why I asked you if you wanted to stop since he made eye contact with you.
Yeah, I thought I was already in that situation, though. But, okay, I didn't understand the scale.
No, that's why we're just pulling back to there.
Well, since I can't see any of that happening and I'm face down, I want to respond to what he had said earlier
Okay.
and basically just say,
Yeah, so I don't actually care so much about the Dragonborn. You can have him whenever. Just maybe like next week instead of this week, just at a later day. You know, I don't see why today's so important.
So he kind of he snaps at you and he's like, silence, as he like shoves your face further into the ground. And you start to feel your cloak is torn and you start to feel cold as this claw has pierced your skin and is now drawing blood as you feel your clothes soaking in the blood that's drawing from your back.
I want to cast Dreadful Aspect.
Okay.
As an action, each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet. Am I within 30 feet?
Yes.
Can make a wisdom saving throw DC 14. On failure, target is frightened of you and cannot move toward you. Every minute it can make another wisdom saving throw.
What do I need to beat?
14.
Okay. And
You'll
that
probably
was a
do
wisdom?
a 97. Yeah,
That
wisdom.
was a 19.
Weird. Thanks, Skull Splitter.
this all game time probably takes like a couple seconds, right?
A little more than that because there was conversation that took place.
Well, I mean, like since the dragon like pushed down on me to him trying that was probably a few seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Hamilton goes, yeah, okay, I'll shut up. That's fine. I really like this cloak, though. Do you think maybe that you could just ease off just a little bit? I'll even like just put me on your back or something. I don't care. Just I like this cloak.
So he actually just puts he growls, and then he puts his kind of pressures down on his claw and just shoves you backwards. And you slide probably 50, 60 feet through the dirt and scraped and cut and all kinds of nastiness, and you take 9 damage.
So he throws me backwards?
Yes, backwards.
Okay, so as he throws me, I take the damage, fly, flip,
Well, you're
flop,
just-
roll,
yeah.
whatever. I want to try to, as I'm coming to a stop, roll to my feet and run straight for Chrysalix.
Okay. So that would probably be a Constitution saving throw.
12.
12. Okay, so yeah, that does it. So you would, as you are rolling, you kind of hit the ground and you kind of bounce and you like hit your knees on the ground and like slide, and then you're facing the back of the dragon. You just bolt to the right over towards where Chrysalix is laying face down in the dirt. So
And I kind of turn and signal towards Bartholomew.
now
that,
from
like-
where you're standing, he can't see you.
He can't see me.
No, you're too short behind the body of this dragon. The dragon, as he pushes Hamilton backwards, starts to walk forward, and then he just exhales a massive icy blast in your guys' direction. And Bartholomew, Christopher, and Benedict make a Constitution saving throw.
12.
Okay.
I rolled a 15.
Wait, I'm not rolling, right? Because I'm behind him.
No,
now.
you're not
What is
rolling.
that?
I said you 3.
14.
All right. So this massive cone of ice just shoots out and just spans the area in which all of you are standing. Everyone takes 25 damage.
Fuck.
And then everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
That hurts a lot.
Michael, I know you said to trust the DM, so I am. Reluctantly.
19.
I rolled a
16.
Gopher is a 19.
I rolled a 11.
Yeah, 11
Your
for me as
initiative's
well.
-5.
No, it's plus 4.
Oh, I thought you said you rolled 16. Sorry, who rolled the 16? Okay.
Shiggity, shiggity,
We're
swirl.
both 11.
All right, so Topher, you are actually first in the order. So whatever you want to do, go for it.
Since he came out of the Golden Dragon Elder, I feel like he may have recognized me, but I want him to know who I am and what he's done to me. Dragon, do you remember what you did?
The dragon looks at you, and you just see like a cold breath shoot out from his nostrils. He kind of snarls at you and says, "And who are you?"
That's what I thought.
Be it known that there is a running theory I have for what could be the perfect dragon. A combination of elements that contradict each other must have weaknesses in phases. For a black dragon is weak to acid, but a green dragon is resistant to it. If this dragon is a combination of all dragons, there is some contradicting. We might have windows of opportunity for certain elements to be more effectual.
Bartholomew, I really want to reward that because I really, like I said before, I like rewarding creativity in the show. So if you can go ahead and give me a history check with advantage.
17.
Okay. So as you recall, what you were saying about the perfect dragonborn, you know that the perfect dragonborn, if you take all the dragons based on the years that you spent with the Golden Clan Elder, knowing what his ultimate endgame was,
And years since pondering
right?
about what that would be like.
So you know that the ultimate dragonborn, if you take all of the dragons and combine them in all their traits and combine them into one dragon, the ultimate dragonborn is not a white dragon. For he is missing one link in the chain. The ultimate dragon is a gray dragon. And he is a white dragon. And you, sir, are a black dragon. So now I would like Benedict to do a perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
Can Benedict and I communicate telepathically since we're brothers?
No, that makes no sense.
Okay, that's a 26.
So as everything is happening around, you look around, and Aisha and Weisswein, they are nowhere to be found.
Oh, fuck.
So that being said, Topher, you didn't take an action yet, have you?
No, I just spoke.
Okay, so go ahead and give us your action.
How far away is the dragon from me?
About 20 feet.
Okay, I'm going to rush the dragon,
Rush him.
I want to rush him and like I want to grab his nostril, swing myself up onto his neck, and I want to cast inflict wounds.
Okay. So
what kind of checks do I got to make?
Gotta make a propane check.
I'm going to say acrobatics.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry. It is going to be a sleight of hand and an acrobatics.
You gotta be quicker than that.
My sleight of hand is 13.
All right, that's good enough.
Okay, and then what else?
Acrobatics. So you grabbed him, and now you got to get yourself up there.
Can you slide that hand over here in my pants?
21.
Boy,
There you go.
boy, he about to do it.
About to fucking.
So this is your victory. So go ahead and explain to me.
I stand up. I lift my shield with my arm. I stare down the dragon. I take off in a full sprint. I jump, lunge full speed towards him, grab his nostril, swing myself up onto his neck, and I smack his ears and cast inflict wounds.
Okay, give me the stats on that.
Okay, so I make a melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. On a hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage. At higher levels, because I'm doing it second level spell, it actually takes 4d10. So,
Okay, so you have advantage on that since you're like on top of me.
thank God. That was a 3. That's a 12. I guess I'm just going to chill on this dragon's back.
Inflict wounds or don't.
All right, so that does not hit, but you are now on the top of this dragon.
Okay, so I'm on his back. That didn't hit, but as a bonus action, I can cast my spiritual weapon. It's going to be almost like a great sword, and I want to stab it down into the top of his head because I'm on his back.
Dude, bro.
It's not going to hit because that's the same fucking thing I just rolled.
Bartholomew, you're next in the order.
Mr. Nude.
So how tall is this dragon?
How tall?
Yeah.
True.
Like at his current like resting height, or
Yeah,
like if he were to stand on his hind legs.
Like, how high up is Topher right now?
Topher is probably about 10 feet up.
But he's
He like jumped
on his
and,
head.
He jumped and grabbed this thing's nostril and then flipped up on its head. So he's probably a total. The top of Topher's head is about 10 to 15 feet.
Off the ground?
Yeah, because he's resting on the back of this thing's neck.
So I see that he did not get off the dragon's neck. So my action for this point in turn will be to pace myself forward in his direction, get the rope out from my pack, and throw it to him.
Okay.
Is that an action?
I mean, I don't really, like, as Topher, this is right where I want to be. Like,
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
I'm not trying to rescue you.
oh, okay. That's fair.
Get fucked.
It's cool.
Okay, so yes, it will take an action because since we're in initiative order, it would take an action for you to reach into your pouch and change to this rope. So it would be your turn to do that. So you reach into your pouch, you grab this, and to throw it to him, I would say it's just an acrobatics.
Okay.
To try to aim it to. Are you?
I'm basically trying to throw one side of it to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have the other side in my hand. It's a 50-foot rope.
So remember, speech is a free action. So you're probably going to want to try to get his attention.
Yeah, and as I'm throwing it to him, I say, Topher, put this around the other side of his neck. And then I throw him the rope.
Okay. So go ahead and give me the acrobatics on that. Or I'm sorry, athletics. Athletics, not acrobatics.
22.
22. That definitely is a solid, perfect throw.
So as Topher catches the rope, what does he do with it?
He can't do anything yet.
Yeah, I can't do anything
his
yet
turn.
because it's not my turn. I've got to wait.
Oh, okay.
So I'm holding the rope.
And you're on his neck.
Yes.
That suckles.
All right. So next in the order is the dragon. He is going to make a claw attack. He's going to swipe at you, Bartholomew. Now, he's not trying to hurt you. He is trying to contain you. But as there is no in this person's stats like grab, I'm going to do the claw attack, but if it succeeds, there will not be damage. You will just be contained, which you will have the ability to escape from, just like you would as if you were prone. So I'm going to go ahead and make this roll. That's a 4, so that's not happening. So
Yeah, I beat that. I beat it.
but he does have multi-attack, so he's going to try again.
Fucking shit in my mouth.
That's an 18. I still don't think that beats your AC, does it? It does? Okay. So he
16.
swipes wide right and misses Bartholomew as he jumps out of the way. But the way that he jumped is right in the path of his claw coming back, and it just grabs you, and he has you clutched. Bartholomew is still in one of his claws. Next in the order is Benedict.
All right, so I see all this happening, and I run away. No, I'm gonna cast.
I yell like a girl and run.
Tip, 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 tip. All right, so I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave at the second level, and it's a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes minus 3d8 thunder damage because it's second level. Thunder damage, and it's pushed away 10 feet from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed.
So I have to beat a spell. I have to contest your spell save DC.
Yes.
What was it? Constitution?
Yeah, it's con.
All right, that is a 24.
Fuck.
So I take half damage. So I take 3d5.
3, 6. So you take 5 damage. And as a bonus action, I'm going to do the magic stone thing and try to get one lodged in his nose.
He's gonna throw it.
Yeah, make him sneeze. Yeah, no, I'm gonna. So the way
You
I
want
like to
this
picture it,
dragon to sneeze at you when you just saw it.
not at me, just in general.
Don't at me, bro.
I want it lodged in his nose. That's just what I want. I want it to hurt. I want him to know it's there.
Okay. Throw it. So it's gonna be your d20 plus your spell modifier.
So it's gonna be a 18.
That does not hit.
Fuck.
Wow.
So
Fantastic.
you just chuck a magic stone at his nostril, and it just hits him in the middle of the face and falls on the ground. All right, so next in the order,
Hey.
Hamilton, you are standing over top of Chrysalix's body.
Yes.
And you are not in initiative order. It is your turn, but you're not involved in the battle.
Right.
So what do you want to do here?
I mean, I want to try to wake him up.
Okay, so
Does he look visibly hurt?
he's
Like
cut up,
broken
and scraped.
bones? Is he
No.
like fucked up?
No.
No?
I mean, other than just like the rips in his clothes and tears, you can't really tell if he has like broken bones or not, but you can tell he's battered because he's got smacked by this like 100-foot dragon.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'd probably want to try to start like waking him up gently to start with. So probably just like grab his hand, kneel down beside him, and just kind of like rub his chest and just be like,
Hey, guy, are you okay?
so he begins to wake up and he kind of like looks at you, and as he like gains his bearings, he draws his weapon, which is like this curved longsword. And
I'm a
just
friend.
sticks-
I'm a friend. I'm with Topher. Christopher. I don't know his last name. His name is Christopher. He's very old. He likes propane.
Mishkal.
Mishkal. Mishkal.
He just kind of like blinks at you, and like as he's like gaining his bearings, and he just like shoves off of you, not like pushing you away,
Right.
just like turns around and immediately just like runs towards the dragon.
Fuck yeah.
okay,
I like this guy.
how fast is he running?
real fast.
Like, is he
Like
is he
he
already
like,
out of
his
my
foot-
grasp?
Yeah, he like his foot like hit the dirt and he like jumped.
Okay, so could I try to like grab a hold of like a piece of clothing or something as he's running away?
Yeah, that's fine.
okay. Yeah,
I would
wanna
say
I want to
just-
grab onto something and like swing up onto his back.
Just a straight up and down check, since that's you're just
Okay.
reaching up. I don't really know what to put it as, but
Well, that's gonna fail probably because that's a 6.
yeah, that's nice. So you just like try to grab it, and it's just like wisps through your fingers.
Yeah.
Like
And I'm assuming he's probably just not gonna listen to me if I'm like, wait.
no, he's just
He
he's,
sounds like he's on a mission.
This guy's determined.
You are all standing in the throes of battle, exhausted, for the days have been long and without rest. The breath of the mighty dragon echoes from the walls of the precipice you are entrenched in. The low hum of his breathing fills your ears, whispering of your demise. Bartholomew's mind races with thoughts of introducing the Golden Clan Elder to his end, or meeting his own. A worthy cause to die for. Wearily, he struggles, trying to reach his halberd, but in the clutch of the dragon he was powerless. The party is staggered, encircling the mighty beast, but even with their position all around him, the massive dragon's disturbing aura is the only thing surrounding everyone. His scales shimmer with a pale dissonance, while his emaciated wings cast a vexatious wind that creates an unbalance on the ground. There is silence. Bartholomew looks around. He sees his friends, family at this point, as they stand tall, ready to fight, and as weary as he. But no Viswine, no Ayesha, not his dragonborn kin, but his brothers who have given all they have, and maybe their lives, for his cause, his vengeance, his justice. Bartholomew thought back to the things he had done in his past, to the promise he made to that stranger in the bar.
Many sins I have committed in my past. If it is to be decided that this is how my penance must be paid, so be it.
Foreboding the coming of a greater evil, bigger than himself, bigger than his sins, bigger than the atrocities of the Golden Clan Elder,
For all of Faerun.
he thought. The dragon's grip tightened around Bartholomew. The dragon huffed, casted a puff of smoke around Bartholomew, but he was unwavering. With each passing second, Bartholomew fought the dragon's grasp. He let out a mighty dragonborn roar, and as he did, he heard another, in perfect synchronicity. Bartholomew looked, and leaping high above from the overhanging cliff was Viswine. His arms outstretched in front of him, clutching his greatsword with both hands, Viswine cascaded swiftly through the air and plunged his greatsword directly into the spine of the great dragon. D&D Kinda is proudly brought to you in part by RPG Sounds Fantasy, Elderwood Academy, and Skull Splitter Dice.